Light shadow, pick up. Which one? That one?
Hello, everybody.
Hey everyone, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today.
Divine dabblings with Oberon.
And me.
We're doing passive-aggressive hosting today.
Well, I'm a little cranky. I was out too long yesterday. My son came by for too long today, although he gave us a lot of help today, so that was nice.
I don't want to start a controversy, but I bet I'm crankier.
We're going to fight it out over that?
No, we're not.
No, we are not. We are not. We're actually okay today.
Hi, everybody.
I hope everybody else is doing all right. I'm just a little groggy, sleepy. My goodness, it's a rainy, rainy day here today.
We went to a fabulous little picnic in the park. It was a vaccination picnic. Everybody had to have a card saying they were fully vaccinated.
And maybe I'll share some pictures on Facebook, Twitter. There's some cute ones of Mr. Obi-Wan.
I have the power. Wait, I'm mixing the streams.
Actually playing with a Star Wars lightsaber.
But I mixed the streams because I had that He-Man moment. I have the power.
So that was kind of fun. And we had a great time with friends. It was one of our
good
friends' birthdays. Yes, we read cards for our friends.
And we pimped for this business here.
Well, we did, but we did freebies because these were our friends. And we haven't seen a lot of them in a while. So
well over a year in some cases.
So we did that just as a courtesy and for some fun. Hey, Gina, good to see you.
So some of them say they've been hoovering around our YouTube or our Facebook presence or whatever. So if you're there watching us, don't forget you can subscribe, and we would love that.
We would love it a lot. So, let's see here. Oh, and Gina, I've got an interesting new deck to share in a minute. But this one, too, is a nice deck. I'm reading from it a second time for the collective. It is the Earthcraft Oracle. Beautiful deck. Just
and you'll
nice
note
and
that I got rid of the very annoying visual scene changes.
Are we going to duke it out about that, too?
Well, at least to some of us.
I was annoyed with them. Admittedly so. See, part of my cranky day. All right, Mr. O. Should I pick a card for the collective here? These beautiful, colorful cards. They read one way. What do you got today?
Plant seeds.
Ooh.
Number 19. Plant seeds.
19, my birthday number.
Indeed.
All right. Seeds are delicate and fragile, yet each one carries the intelligence of an entire plant within it. Every tiny seed contains roots, leaves, flowers, stems, and everything that makes that plant beautiful and unique. Seeds of intention are much the same as these little packets of magic, and they must be nurtured and protected until they are strong enough to flourish all on their own. You have pulled the Plant Seeds card because there are nascent ideas forming in your spirit now, or there will be soon. Whether you've been envisioning yourself as the head of a thriving business, planning to start a family, or innovating new ways to bring healthy food to your community, you have been trusted by the universe to bring this intention to life. Everything you need to grow your dreams lives within that seed. Your seed calls out to you. Holding it within it is the potential to take root and fulfill your life's purpose. But what you do with it is up to you. Trust that this goal is yours for the taking. Be careful with your intentions at this time, for they are not ready to be shared. So for now, set your intentions and commit to their care by acknowledging that you are the right person to bring this gift into the world. And also, it's really nice. I'm not going to read it today. This was kind of a long interpretation, but they give a ritual or an affirmation or some working to follow up on the message of the cards. Very, very beautiful deck. The Earthcraft Oracle by Juliet Diaz and Lorianne Anderson. Art by Danielle Boudou Fortune.
All right.
Very, very nice.
So thank you for the collective reading.
Yes, indeedy. You're welcome, Mr. O. Oh, my screen messed up again. You know, it looked fine when I got in there, and it messed up again. I don't know why. I'm not going to go out and in again. I at least have all the names in order on our list. Hey, Estelle. Good to see you.
Hi, Estelle.
All right, what decks do you have for us, Mr. O?
I have my usual several. I have the Tarot of the Mermaids,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the King of Wands from that one. I have the Dame Fortune Wheel of Tarot, and that's its significator.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the Karma Music Tarot.
Woohoo!
5 of Wands for Karma Music. And you?
Well, I've mixed it up just slightly from Thursday, but Thursday, for those of you who might have been here, I was celebrating Halloween in July, along with a little nod to Christmas in July as well. It's really because, the backlash against Christmas in July is Halloween in July or vice versa. And I don't know, I just thought for the heck of it to do that along with the dog days of summer. So what we're doing today...
Gina, explain your time warp.
Uh-oh, what's going on, Gina?
Explain the time warp.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what's going on. But at any rate, I also have, I have today the, the Nightmare Before Christmas. So that's my nod to Christmas and Halloween right there. Tarot that I brought out for this special show of Christmas and Halloween in July. And then also I have, actually from there it gets wonky, although I'll go into my Lenormand because that also celebrates this. I have something called the Malefique Lenormand, which is kind of spooky and gothy looking. It's a brand new Lenormand deck I got from
Spooky Fish.
US Games.
Spooky Fish.
But done by somebody named Needman.
I need it, man.
And then I also brought out my Halloween Lenormand. So, Mr. O, which one did you use last time? Do you remember?
It was the
Halloween?
Malik.
Oh, was the Malik?
Yes.
All right, then I'm going to give you the Halloween one this time. So we
I'm
also have the
thrilled.
Halloween one. We'll be rotating these two between us.
Witch's Jars.
Yes, the potion. Which one is that? That's the fish, I believe. And, but finally, my last two tarot decks, I have the one for the Dog Days of Summer. I'm still using the Dog Magic Tarot for that. Is that what it's called? Yes, the Dog Magic Tarot, I believe. And, or Magical Dog Tarot. And finally, this new deck that I've got, Gina, it's called Dancing in the Dark Tarot. Now, the Dancing in the Dark Tarot is the way that I would prefer to dance. In the dark, where nobody can see me, because I can't dance. So it's a very,
Aren't you
very...
mixing the mediums? That's a Genesis song.
So this is not a very dancey card, but it's kind of cute. That is the Six of Cups.
I like this deck already.
Mm-hmm. A very nice deck.
And Gina, you know what? We are sort of having an issue with some tech issues,
Uh-oh.
but it seems to be happening when we're recording videos where we get some syncing between the voice track and the video track. It doesn't seem to be happening in the live as much from our end or our perception because we're now using an Ethernet cable which supposedly keeps your clips fairly static. Though last week we were getting some things.
Well, that was not good. That was totally not good.
You may get up and get it.
Yeah, I will have to.
I've switched the camera so no one will see.
Oh, they're all over the place too. All over.
I can't dance in the dark. Dear, you really did drop them everywhere, didn't you?
It looks that way.
Maybe I should put on the technical issues one.
No. I'm nearly back. I'm sorry, people.
Nearly back. That's wonderful.
Okay, here I am. Well, dropping the cards already. Good show.
It's probably easy to get. It's new and it's probably on Amazon, Gina, so I'm sure you can find that.
Oh, Dancing in the Dark, you can get that also. It came out. You can get it directly from Llewellyn's website. That's where they have it. It's all dark, but I don't know. Well, once you see it in action here, you may like it more even. There are some cards that literally look like they're dancing. The Lover's card is particularly beautiful in that regard.
So that was the concept behind it. From that stylistic, artistic concept, it reminds me a little bit of the styling of some of the St. Petersburg type oracles, that bring, but only in that vague sense. It's really more reminds me of the Crow's Magic Tarot that I use these days on Goth
It's
Tarot.
really very Rider-Waite oriented as far as.
But I'm talking about the color artistic
I guess.
sense. I'm not talking about the actual images. I'm talking about the
Okay.
coloring and the tone of it. Hi, Devil's Master.
I'm glad you like that one, Gina.
Oh.
Dancing in the Dark. You'll definitely be able to use that one today. Can you take care of that?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so, you'll definitely get that one today, Gina. All right. So, look at that. I found another card. Oh, dear. And there's more. I see what happened here. Here, I totally left something else.
Are you
for
still dropping?
Yeah, this is a mess today. This must be from staying out too long yesterday. Here. We want to operate with full decks today.
Who
All
really
right.
needs a dagger anyway? We could leave the dagger out.
All right, let's roll. Let's get going with the
let's
show because
roll.
more people are bound to show up as time goes on. So we have Angel Mary came in first, and then Sonali, Sonu, Gina, and then Asal. We haven't decided when our next pop-up happy hour will be. As soon as we do, we'll get it out there. I don't know, are we leaning at a particular date this week? Are we going to try a Friday?
I don't know. I'm just realizing that when the producer came by and worked with the system, he changed some things, and they are definitely impacting me at the moment.
Okay.
I'll just run that for a moment, and you can talk about it. Go ahead.
All right. Well, the happy hour is a single card draw, and it's inspirational, motivational messages from spirit. That's what that is about. It's an hour-long show, and we're popping it up at different times in the month of July so that you can, maybe find a nice home for it, decide where it's going to go. We'd really like to have a morning show somewhere, but that's not a video, that's more of a live stream, but we're not totally wedded to that. I'm just trying to figure out where best our audience might enjoy that. Okay, Angel Mary has a question posted.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I'm going to really lose concentration because he removed some things that I really need, a functionality thing, or he hid them from me and I can't find them.
Okay.
So I'm going to struggle here and I'm not going to be happy about it.
Okay, well, are you ready to pick
Yes.
a deck, Mr. O?
Oh, usually you're in the race to pick the deck.
I'm letting you go first.
Okay.
What
I'm
a
trying
shocker.
to imitate the emus.
And is that card sitting out for a reason? Oh, it's that strange significator card.
I'm glad I'm in my lane.
Oh my goodness. Sonny is so adorable. He's just got all this room today. What is he going to do with it? He actually has so much room. I even have room to shuffle cards. What a shocker.
It's me that doesn't have all the room I need. Have to bend over this way.
I see.
There you go.
Well, let's see what we get here. Let's just do the 3 cards and see what the outlook is, I think. I know there's been all kinds of holdups with that, Angel Mary. I mean, I don't know how the system works there as far as their, semesters or schedules go, but is it possible this might be delayed so you start in the winter? Here you go.
Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords reversed.
Ooh.
We have the Five of Pentacles reversed.
This is very interesting.
Then you're going first. And then we have the Two of Swords upright.
Wow. I don't know what's going on there in Romania right now, Angel Mary, but it just seems as though they're recovering from something. They're trying to they're trying to either normalize things again or recover from something. It just seems like they don't have everything together for this to happen quickly. And that Two of Swords upright seems to indicate there's a stalemate right now. There's a stall. There's something that is stalling this process.
It seems like there has been some sort of recovery over pretty much one of their darkest hours. We could say that because it is the Ten of Swords but reversed. It feels like they felt totally without hope, and I'm speaking in general because I don't know if this is specifically about that agency that controls the scholarship, or is it the overall country or situation, university? But there's some real hardship indicated by these cards, and also a real bad feeling about the level of hope. But that has kind of changed recently. There's sort of a feeling like they're back on the path to getting better. But I think the stalemate part is true too. They really still kind of upholding because maybe they're still not ready to totally decide certain things. The Two of Swords is a balance, and they're not ready to make certain decisions. And I think that's the most appropriate part of the reading for you. So it may still be some time off before you're going to know.
Do you want to do the Lenormand? Yeah, yes. I'm really wondering if it's going to be July, I have to say, because that does not look, it doesn't look like anything is moving other than the fact that it seems like they're trying to pull things together.
There's some dashboard information for me that I don't see. It tells me stuff that I need to know. It's not about how the output is. It's sort of just giving me a little bit of control, Gina, and I don't see it. It's sort of woggled away. So
I don't know if we'll ever get all of this right.
It was there, but our producer came by earlier and he changed some things, and it seems to have woggled away. So I have pulled 2 cards, Angel Mary. The first card is the Star, and the second card is the Spooky Tree, which is, of course, the tree.
Yes. So it's interesting to me. I think that things are moving in the right direction, Angel Mary, but there's the tree. And the tree grows slowly, Trees don't grow overnight. And so I think there will be some success for you because the star's there. But again, I don't think it's very immediate. I do think that things are still, righting themselves.
The overall way to look at that would be to say that this is really a challenge to your level of patience or ability to want to hold that. I mean, it may be that other opportunities will begin to present themselves, and maybe you'll be wondering, should I just not wait? And it's really going to be up to you, or you can consult with people about that.
So I don't want to dash your hopes on this, because the thing is, right here, what I'm seeing is that it's not that it's not going the cards are not indicating that it's not going to happen, but there's just a lot of issues here. So by the end of July, could it possibly happen? I'm going to give it a maybe, but I have a feeling it might take longer than July, and it might work itself out.
That's what I
As you
think
have
too.
the star here, it's positive, so I'm not giving up hope on this.
It's what I think too. So
Yeah.
all right.
Good luck with that, Angel
Good luck,
Mary.
Angel Mary.
Okay, hey Sonali, good to see you. I hope things are going well. And what you got for us today?
They mentioned a question earlier.
I didn't see it.
Oh, it's right up there.
Oh, there it is. Divine, please, about career and health related. Absolutely. Let me grab a deck. Okay, I'll grab this dog deck.
See, I think I know what it is, but I'm afraid to do it because
I
I
know.
might take us out of the stream or change something.
I know.
I think I know which control I'm supposed to hit, but I'm not going to do it. And mostly it showed me who was viewing right now, and maybe there was one other thing that was important for me to know.
You're
So
very welcome, Angel Mary.
you're welcome, Angel Mary. And, knowing, if there are viewers online helps me inform what I'm doing with certain things here, so... Oh, well.
Well,
Divine message for Sonali.
career and health.
All right.
We're expecting rain every day this week. Again, it's like a repeat of what we had before, but maybe not as intense and like flood level kind of rain. It's just going to rain every day. Hi. I wish we could give some of that rain to the West Coast and cool things down there.
Yeah, somebody I'm friends with in California reported, like literally at dawn, that it was 114 degrees where they were at. I think they're in more southern California.
All right. Well, all right, let's take a look at things here, Sonali. We've got some reversals. We've got the Magician reversed. The Three of Wands reversed. And the Three of Cups reversed. I'll let you go first this time.
Well, I think a lot of this is talking about you losing your sense of purpose, your sense of will. Some of this may be feeling that you are reflecting on how you've invested things or what you're trying to invest yourself in, career-wise, love-wise, whatever. Career-wise, okay, so we're talking about career.
Career and health, yeah.
And you're not feeling confident that that return is going to happen. And it also feels, too, with that Three of Cups reverse, that maybe you are a little bit worried or mindful of possibly some health situations that might relate to your overall health, but maybe are also impacting on your emotions, or maybe it's how you actually are caring about others. Maybe there's somebody more likely you're caring about. And I know in the past you've mentioned your family. It could just be yourself too, though, that like maybe you haven't been taking care of yourself enough lately, and maybe you need to, remember you have to take care of yourself too.
Right, thanks for that, because really it kind of leads into this. I feel like, Sonali, that right now the Three of Cups is indicating to me that you're not finding any joy or happiness in either of these, or little in either of these areas right now. And some of this is, I think you have to make better, you really have to start planning what it is you need to turn the situation around. What is it you need to be your best self? You know, the magician is reversed here. So how can you better prepare yourself for, for improving your prospects career-wise, or improving your health? You can't fake it as far as health goes. We always say we're going to exercise or improve our diet, make time for more meditation. Gee, am I talking about myself here? And then, we kind of let it slide. So, you have to make a plan and have that discipline, that will, and put it behind it and stick to it. And thus with career too, if you want change to happen for the positive, you're really going to have to put more of yourself into this process and make it happen. Whether you need to get more skills, whether you need to brush up on some things, or whether you need to just go out there and say, I'm going nowhere in my career right now. I'm spinning my wheels. I'm going to try to make better opportunities for myself, and I'm going to go throw a lot of resumes out there and, see how I can better myself.
The magician reverse really does speak to the idea of finding your purpose, I think, and about really challenging yourself to do those things you need to do. And you know inside of yourself what those are.
So on a spirit level, I think you're being put on notice here that, it's time to back up, these areas with your will and your, having good intentions are one thing, but to manifest something, you really have to be all in.
Hi, Dr. Victor.
Dr. V, I got you on the list. It's a short list right now. You are, let's see, we're on Sonali. You have 1, 2, 3 people in front of you after Sonali. All right, let's see what I have here. So the first card I pulled was the dog, interestingly enough. And this is the card that matters. It's the key card because it basically says this is what's important. You have to show loyalty to your own goals and aims. You have to be committed. I think in a way of just, if you want change to happen, if you want to manifest something you desire in these areas of your life, you have to, you have to be loyal to the cause. That's the key here.
And I agree with that totally. I think that despite the little bit of vino nature there of this dog, that's what the dog means in a lot of cultural contexts, is the loyalty, the man's best friend thing. And it may not be appropriate in all cultures, but the idea from this point of view is, in fact, that the most loyal thing is instinctual. Animal behavior perhaps is instinctual. And so being loyal to yourself really needs to become literally an instinct for you.
Now, oftentimes the dog can be about, a friend, a companion. And so this might also be a message from Spirit here that, possibly, oftentimes with health, like when people start exercise programs or diets or things of that nature, good health routines, meditation routines, sometimes it's good to get a buddy, to involve a friend in this, somebody who can, they can support you and uplift you in this process. So it might also be a call to do that as well.
Hi, Angel.
Angel Rivera, hey, good to see you.
All right.
Get you on the list. All right.
So that's our divine message, Sonali. I hope that helps.
Hope that made sense. All right. So after Sonali is Sonu, then Gina, Asel, Dr. V, and Angel Rivera, and Divine You, who has joined us.
Hi,
Hey,
Divine Universe.
You. Short list
Happy
today,
Sunday
so
to
hang
everyone.
in there with us. Happy Sunday to you. All right. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sonu, go ahead and type your question. Oh, gosh. Looking for the cards, and there they are. Going to be working with a new deck today, Angel Rivera. I'm going to show my box again. It's called the Dancing in the Dark Tarot. When I got back from my when we got back from our outing yesterday out at a picnic, that was waiting for me in our mailbox.
I like it.
Mr. O's given it his seal of approval.
I would dance in the dark with it.
I would dance in the dark just so nobody would see me, as I say.
We know.
All
And
right.
so we're waiting for
We're waiting on Sonu?
Sonu?
Second or third call, I forget. Are you with us? Because we got to move on if you don't respond soon.
They may come back. I have a feeling. I went out to the stream, and I can tell how many are watching us. So I'm thinking that person may not be there.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can fit them back in if should they come back. Okay, Gina, you want the Dancing in the Dark Tarot. You got it. Go ahead and type your question. Okay. How you want to do that? I think we should do 3 cards. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be a yes, no, but I think I want to see what's going on here with Carol.
You may answer that.
Oh,
We did.
we just did it, Sinelli. So we just did your reading. I don't know
Yeah, you'll have to back up
if
and
you
view the
missed
screen.
it, but yeah, we
You were
did.
the second one, right?
Yeah, basically you were the one we're doing just before Gina. So you'll have to check it.
Yeah, go back at least 10 minutes or so on this stream.
Shuffle. I like shuffling them. They're a nice size.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little bit thin, though, for my taste. Just a little bit cardboardy thin. I'm a little worried about them. We'll see how they wear. What?
I'm trying to be gentle.
Oh, well, that was not a statement on your shuffling technique. I can bend them with the best of them.
Nor was it taken that way.
You're welcome, Sinelli. Hope it resonates. Okay, let's see what's going on here, Gina. Wow, we have the Knight of Cups upright. We have the Seven of Wands upright. And then we have the Chariot reversed. Interesting combination there. There may be something emotional going on with Carol. It could reflect that, and it may have to do with her just trying to maintain either her
Autonomy.
her autonomy. Her son, well, I know you said before that she's very dependent kind of person, but for some reason, I feel like she's just trying to hold her own here. This is her way of holding her own. And the Chariot is indicating she's struggling. She is struggling with that mightily.
Yeah, I can't really add much more to that. It feels like there's a sense that she's not really driving the car. She's not really in
Right.
control. Yet still, from that attitude point of view, she wants to be in charge. Emotionally, I think she wants love and gentleness to be the theme going forward to inform all things. So some of this is really a lot about her understanding deep inside this part of her new path now, that there has to be some amount of of acceptance of it and gentleness towards how things may be changing. Yet still, she wants, to be in control to some degree.
100%. I just,
Hi, Yolo.
I'm concerned to some extent here that she just does not have an ability to move herself forward. And so she might be doing some things as, protective, defensive mechanisms, if that makes sense. So let me do this Lenormand here. It's your turn.
That's actually me.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here.
I'm supposed to do them.
But those are my cards, and I did them.
That's because
We got off
Gina
somehow.
asked for your deck rather
Right,
than
but that's still...
my Karma Music Tarot. It's weeping because you deserted it.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's not.
Jeez, Mr. O. We still love you and your Karma Music.
Okay, Gina, here's what I got. Ooh. I'm hearing a song by Bananarama. I want candy.
Oh, dear.
What's candy, really?
I do not know.
Number 9?
Candy is actually the bouquet in this deck.
Is that
so?
9?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I still want candy.
And it's a house.
And it's the house.
You know what, Gina? Some gift is coming to your home. Or maybe there is... Well,
Is this
or I
about
don't know, this is to do
Carol?
with Carol. So...
Are you giving her some candy?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she needs something to pick up her spirits more, to encourage her. Maybe it's something that, could help her with her mental stability to some extent. Whether it's some kind of, relaxation music, something to meditate by. I'm not sure, but it seems as though she needs something that might make life easier for her in her home.
It's called the house, but the house is the home. And
Yes.
the home is where the heart is. The home is where your family is, where you feel your feelings. And so this is coming to her from you or those who care enough about her. That's all of you. And it's that gift. Candy.
That's what we have for you. I just wanted to show a few of the interesting cards in this deck as we're moving on here. This Dancing in the Dark deck. Do you want to show a few?
No.
There's the Fool, is that first one there.
I like that one a lot.
We were both marveling at the Six of Swords here. That background looks really...
Look very closely and
Yeah.
you see that the swords stand out, but behind them is the boat with the man, and there's all these little cracks, like semi-mosaic patterning. And we thought, what does that mean? Does that mean that maybe you're somehow cracking up, you're shattering, or you're moving from something that was shattering? Here's the Hermit.
I love the Hermit card. Just
And
really beautiful.
it's not as clear in this card, but there's another card where clearly the person, I think it's the magician, is
Yes.
kind of floating. And this sort of recalls that sense of the magician floating. Clearly his staff must be floating because it's just standing upright like that. So I think that's awesome.
And the Lovers card, this is just beautiful, the dance. I love that.
Minuet, please. Or something. It looks more like ballet, right?
Yeah. And of course the Strength card. I was looking for the Three of Swords, but I must have passed it because that was an interesting one too. But
What I like about the Strength card is that the look on the woman's face has a little bit of pain there, and you can see that her hands are like delicately trying to hold those teeth away. And I'm thinking like, yes, sometimes the strength of compassion does hurt a little bit.
sometimes it's hard.
Boom.
I know. And Gina, yeah, you know what? Maybe she will. Maybe she's going to find the perfect living situation. Because it does sound like that in a way. The gift of the home, too, could be. Because the way the home comes after.
Wow, that's bam, Gina. That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because, of course, then to some degree it still gives her the sense of being in charge because
some
she's in a
control.
place that she can relate to and grow, hopefully, and get better.
Well, the only way I think she's going to come out of this if she can get to the point of feeling more in control of things and allowing herself that. I'm not sure here she's doing that.
Home is where the heart is, and I saw this there too, and so I'm thinking, all of this stuff would help her heal from within too, if you can help that, or if it happens for her. So I think that's important to bring up.
So that's what we have for you. Always wishing Carol the best, Gina, and of course you. Hi.
Thank you.
Man, it's amazing how one day, one thing can change your life. Hey, Acel, you are here, I hope. You are up, and then after Acel is Dr. V, Angel Rivera, Divine You, YOLO, and we'll put Sonu at the bottom in case they come back.
Okay, and I'm going to pick the Mermaid Tarot then.
Yes, absolutely. Come on, Capricorn energy. You should know all about leadership and being in charge.
Well, as my friend, an astrologer says, Capricorns are patient Scorpios. I don't know if she was slamming me or not. She's a Capricorn, I'm a Scorpio.
I'm not commenting.
You know who that is, though.
After all, we were just talking about how Mr. O was so patient today, weren't we, Gina?
Well, I have enough Capricorn to kind of help out with that,
Oh, hi, Red Rose. I'll get you on the list. We have a list, but it's not super long. Let me put you down. Welcome. So we're doing a cell right now, or, okay, what comes towards love in the future? Okay, got that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After a cell, there's 5 people in front of you, Red Rose.
All right, so what's coming to a cell in love?
Oh, that sounds wonderful, Gina. Mr. O approves. Smile on his face.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Oh my
Hi,
gosh,
Libra.
was it a feast yesterday at that picnic? So much food. We got to take a lot back with us. How many people do you think were there?
Between 20 and 30, I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, about 20, 30 people. 60 were invited. But that's who
just
showed,
under 60.
And maybe that's who were vaccinated. Not sure.
Thank you for likes or subscriptions. Appreciate that. Ooh, we have 10 likes. That's awesome.
Oh gosh.
Thank you, everyone.
I'm only showing 3 here. My screen never updates.
You have to actually refresh it to do
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's hard to do that here.
The picnic was fun.
It was a lot of fun. Wait till you see Mr. O and the lightsaber later on Twitter when I post it.
Our besties were there, but also our second besties were there, and then, related besties afterwards.
And we read cards for our friends because a lot of them we hadn't seen in ages, so we did that as a courtesy, doing what we do on our live stream.
I got to get rid of some old books that were just cluttering the house. Almost all of them were taken, so that was kind of nice.
So much more needs
Okay,
to be
so
done.
here's what's coming. So there's the Queen of Cups reversed.
Oh,
There's the Seven of Pentacles
that's okay.
upright. And then there's an Eight of Swords, and that's upright.
Wow, that's really interesting, Estelle. So, you feel like things just haven't been happening? Is that possible? Because it looks as though things are kind of like a wait-and-see sort of situation with that Seven of
Go on.
Pentacles.
I sort of feel like maybe it's a little bit passive-aggressive, like maybe there's a part of you that likes being kind of solitary at this point, but there's another part of you that says, oh, I should try to get out more. So there's sort of a dichotomy there, you push-pull kind of thing there.
Well, that Eight of Swords indicates kind of like you might be holding, there might be things that you are doing that maybe unconsciously are holding you back from moving forward with love in a relationship right now.
And so the overall definer there then to me is the reverse Queen of Cups, is that maybe
Yes.
you're just not really sure yet. You sort of feel the call, you sort of don't. Maybe you're shy, maybe you want it to work out more naturally, maybe you don't want to apply more aggressiveness to it. So, and it's kind of what I see with the passive aggressive thing too. Like, you can rationalize to yourself sometimes that you feel okay with your existence and not necessarily moving towards anything. You want it to move towards you. You kind of said that. And so it may be that you have to make some steps yourself.
There's some steps you have to move on. Now, obviously, I'm acting as if you're not in a relationship. If you are, you ask about what's coming towards you, so I assume that you are looking for a relationship. So, once you plant the seeds or you decide you're ready and you're going to do something, you don't just let them sit there and see what's going to happen. You have to do some work on it.
That's that.
So,
Seven of
yeah,
Pentacles.
that Seven of Pentacles. And the Queen of Cups indicates to me you're going to have to open up more. You're going to have to open up more and face some fears or things that might be holding you back from doing so.
Sometimes because of the way relationships work, and it's a dichotomy of either male, female, or even other gender balances with each other, it's hard for one or the other to show the vulnerable side. But the vulnerable side sometimes is what brings the appeal from the other attention.
So I kind of, is it my Lenormand this time? Or we
Yes,
all,
it is.
Okay, I guess we'll do that. We'll do the opposite sun. Let's see what the Lenormand's going to add to this. I want to see if anything is actually on the horizon here, if this can bring it up. Because right now, it looks like not happening right now. Not much coming towards you right at the moment. Or that you're not open to receiving it. Let's see. Well, I could be wrong. Here.
Okay, so we have the Man. And we have the Whip and Broom. So you are looking at doing some sort of engagement somehow. You are looking at possibly making changes quickly. It may be that maybe you have an idea where you can best put your efforts. Maybe something has come to you that has indicated how to move forward.
I suspect, I don't know, I don't want to get too excitable about this, but I feel that something might be coming towards you, but it still might take a little time. Although that whip acts like things are happening fast, I just got another kind of thing in my head here, is like, when this person arrives, don't be moving too fast, because that could be problematic. In other words, take things more at a slower pace once they happen. It seems as though maybe within a month to 6 weeks, it's possible you might meet someone who could sweep you off your feet. But the thing is, this is kind of a caution, because it might just happen too fast, and there's things you need to learn about this person before you move forward too quickly.
That almost pulls back towards
know.
the Seven of
I
Pentacles,
know.
which is kind of like, slower growth or taking stock of where you're at before you proceed further. So those are probably good indications for you. I'm going to go with her intuition. It does seem like maybe something is going to be moving towards you, and or you are moving towards it. But you're best off, being able to spend some time with the equation and understand exactly what's going on, to not make all your plans dependent on this one thing now.
Sometimes, even though I know what the cards mean, the little voices in my head tell me
Say something
something
else.
different. And this is kind of what I'm getting here. So just be aware that, we all want to be swept off our feet, but sometimes when that broom sweeps in some unintended or things we would not want it to sweep in. So do be aware of that and go with the flow, so to
All right,
speak.
good luck then.
Good luck with that.
And you're welcome.
All right, so
Dr. Victor, who did write their question.
Dr. V, hey, you are up.
I think they wrote their question too.
Okay, did they?
Let's see. I thought
Any
I saw.
surprising news in current week or month?
Okay, Dr. Victor, we're doing your question now. Any surprising news in current week or month? So it'll be your deck.
All right. And then after Dr. V is Angel Rivera, Divine You, Yolo, Sonu, and Red Rose.
All right.
I am going to use The Nightmare Before Christmas.
And as Banshee mentioned earlier, we have not quite set our date for the next happy hour. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, it might be Friday.
It might be. It could also be Saturday too.
Well, we did a Saturday one already
That's
unless we
true.
did
I
it
see.
later
We're
in
not-
the day. So that's what I'm thinking. It might be Friday. I really would like to do one more in the time of a traditional happy hour, which usually would be like around 4. 4 p.m. is the starting time, but it goes anywhere from 4 to 7. But
Then I
would just
propose
like to-
Tuesday because I'm off all day Tuesday.
Oh, but we did one on Tuesday already.
But it wouldn't be later in the day though.
Okay.
Well, we
have
could do
to
it
talk
Friday.
this-
We could do it Friday.
We'll have to talk this out more because I'm not sure.
You mean we'll work on convincing me more off camera? Okay, I'll do it. Don't hurt me.
Shuffle and be quiet.
Not just. Oh wait.
Oh, hi, Lena. We'll get you on the list.
Hi, Lena.
All right. What is Sonny staring at?
I don't know.
He's staring at something, and one of the cats must be down there. My guess. So my son was here when the cardinal came by again. We have a cardinal that's coming around pretty frequently here.
Yes, and cardinals are possibly omens of spirit.
Well, yeah, I'm going to look it up in Ted Andrews' book, too. I want to see what Ted has to say about cardinal lore. But yeah, that's one of the things about that it's a message from angels or spirit or from the spirit realm.
We hope so, Dr. Victor. We do hope so. Wish us luck.
Okay, well, Dr. V, news, good or bad or whatever. We've got the 6 of presents here, which of course is the pentacles in this deck. We have the 7 of potions, which is the cups in this deck,
7
and
of
that's
Cups reversed. 3 of Swords.
We have the 3 of Swords upright. Seems like a real mixed bag here.
Can you say the question again for me, dear?
The question was, any surprising news in current week or month? Well, it may not be totally good news because we've got that 7 or the 3 of needles there, and that's kind of sorrow or disappointment of some sort.
It's also a possible separation, and I don't know if this is related to the work situation, but see the 6 of coins there sort of represents a good thing happening. It sort of looks like there's generosity happening, and when I combine that with the 7 of Cups reverse, which is talking about finding your focus or your goal, it sort of feels like maybe there's a reward for really focusing on important matters of some sort.
Oh, This is such a tough one because I don't know if it's trying to say that in order to, receive something that you desire, that you're really focused on achieving, that it's going to take a lot out of you to do so. There may be some disappointments attached to this, in that you're not going to get the awards or things that you were hoping to from this situation. There's some disappointment attached to it.
Well, it may be that there's the undergoing of a particular hardship of some sort, a doing without or something like that, but it results in basically clearing the way for you to focus on potentials, which is, the generosity thing maybe, that you're putting yourself in a position where you yourself are also able to effect kindness or benefactory things with those you care for or those you feel deserve that.
This is a tough one.
It
I
is
really
tough.
do feel that it's focusing on a goal or something you're really hoping to achieve, something that you are definitely focused on. That's at 7, and potions. And it's like, in order to receive it, or in order to even be able to, well,
Maybe this represents the dichotomy. It's one thing or the other. It's, some amount of harm or it's some amount of something better.
yeah, I want to see the Lenormand on
Okay,
this
so
one,
we're
too.
going to try the Lenormand to see if it'll clear things up a little bit or give us any
It's
kind
you
of...
again. That's right, Sheena. You said that last time.
Okay, I wasn't sure what you meant there. Oh, I see.
And it's their mascot, right?
You're not a bluebird, you're not a bluebird. Apologies to the wings.
The sun.
The sun. Okay, so I'm going to take that to be good.
What bottom card? Why are you taking
Whoops,
another top
I'm
card?
sorry. I forgot. I don't do this that often.
I know. Yikes.
What's that?
I don't like it.
Is it the
It's
coffin?
number 8, isn't it?
It says...
No.
God, I can barely read that.
It's the scythe. It's number 11 or whatever, isn't it?
11 or 10?
It's 10.
So what is
So it's the scythe, which means something is cutting away at your success.
And that this is the surprising...
Well, what I think it means is, Dr. V, is you're going to get some news that is not exactly going to be everything you hoped for. That really, to me, those two cards tend to tie into the 3 of Swords. And I feel
What I was gonna
that it's reflecting the fact here that some news is going to come to you and it's not everything you had hoped it would be. It's not going to be the end of the world, but it's definitely not everything you hoped it would be.
Well, your question was framed as a surprising thing that might happen, so I'm wondering that this is maybe something very unexpected that either revolves around, pain of some sort, feelings between people, possibly illness or concerns related to health.
Mm-hmm. That's what we have for you. I hope that makes some sense. Interesting set of cards there.
This one was a little hard on us, Dr. Victor.
And ever since my childhood days, I've always loved cardinals. I don't know if it's the vibrant red because of Aries. I'm an Aries. It just seems like my mascot bird.
Well, once every 3 or 4 times when the cardinal visits, we might see the cardinals mate. Maybe it's less often than that, even 5 or 6 times. And she, of course, is a little bit more of a browner color. And when I've seen her, she seems to hang out under the bushes waiting for him to bring whatever it is he's bringing over towards her.
Well, what was really cool was the one day, and I couldn't see it, it wasn't a great picture, but I got a picture of the two together. The red one came down first and was hopping around, and then the mate came. Oh, no, actually it was the dull one. It was the female. She was hopping around, and then the mate came, the red bird, and they were together there. And it was so adorable. I'm like, oh, wow, they both come to greet me this morning.
You're welcome,
I
Dr.
really
Victor.
liked that. Hey,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome, Dr. V. Angel Rivera, you are up, and then Divine You, Yolo, Sonu, Red Bros, and Lena.
Alrighty. And we are just entering our second hour, and
So plenty of time to read for
plenty
the
of
rest
time,
of you.
plenty of energy.
Oh, it's your deck, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay.
So don't forget to watch our other shows, such as Materials Matter, Banshee Show on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m., or my own show on Fridays at 8 a.m., The Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges. And have a good time. If you're just looking for a short reading, Goth Tarot. Wednesdays at 7, no, that's at 8 a.m. Oberon's Outlook is at 7 a.m. Boy, I get me confused up. And we're waiting for Angel Rivera.
No, I'm going to pop out of my stream for a minute here.
Try to refresh or something?
Yeah. I just need to get out completely, I think. No issue there. Oops. And now I can't get my... There we go. All right. I'm back. Okay. So no comment from Angel Rivera yet. He might be at work maybe, so maybe stepped out.
Missing in action.
We will, oh boy, we will move on. We'll hold a space for Angel. He might be back.
Yes, that's the other thing. I don't see my chat in the Streamlabs, and I don't see how many are there.
Oh.
That was always a panel over here that I could see, and it's apparently gone.
Well,
He somehow
we'll
disabled
work it
it.
out with him. We'll work it out.
Who's
Okay,
next?
so after, I guess Angel Rivera had to depart. So how about Divine You? Divine You, are you with us?
So sometimes we know that the lag means people may not be right there. So if Angel or Divine show up, we'll take either of those. But Divine, Universe, you're up.
And then after Divine You will be Yolo, Sonu, Red Rose, Lena, and Angel Rivera, the return. There you are.
Hi,
Okay,
Divine.
go ahead and post your question, Divine. Okay, about health, all right? Yeah. Okay, Yolo, as soon as we're done with Divine You, we'll get to your question. You can keep it there. We'll get to you next. But we're going to work on Divine You right now. All right. The ginormous cards of the Karma Music Tarot. He laughs maniacally. Okay, I can't shuffle them. Fail. There. So as people who were, oh, go ahead. I'll make that announcement later.
The Sun,
The Sun and upright.
3 of coins reversed,
This is with health. Okay.
and King of Swords reversed.
And it started off so nicely there.
I'm not sure what ferritin refers to. Do you know?
Oh, is that blood related, right? That's
Ferris is lead, right?
no, ferritin.
Well, I'm trying to extract where it's from.
Is it iron?
Iron, I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
Which I can, of course, relate to because of my blood cancer. Well, you may just have anemia. That's the good news. I mean, better news than some things like mine.
The sun may be indicating that you are looking into these matters, but in general, it may say that the overall health is not inconsiderate at this time.
What do you mean by that?
It's okay. The health seems to be okay, or you will be finding out that it's okay. Three of Coins reversed maybe is saying that I guess maybe that's saying that you sort of feel maybe there's a sense of distrust about what others are saying about conditions. Like maybe you sort of believe them, but maybe you sort of feel there's reasons not to necessarily believe them. The King of Swords, I think, reflects that too, the sense of decisions you might make, and that you feel perhaps you don't have enough information to actually make a reasonable, informed decision in certain matters, especially as it may be relating to your health.
The sun is usually such a positive card. It's hard for me to say here and go along totally with what he said there. But I feel that, to achieve optimal health and success with this, you're gonna have to really apply yourself to do this. The King of Swords reversed also indicates to me that I don't know if this is talking about you or another, so I'm going to go two ways here. I'm going to say that, you're going to have to decide, whether you're getting, all the information you need from a healthcare provider. Maybe you'll want to get a second opinion, or you'll want to look into some, better alternative care. But the thing I'm really seeing here, and I'm feeling that this is maybe more about you in this case, Divine You, is that you're going to have to put in some effort here, and you're going to have to make better decisions on, lifestyle changes that you need to make, or dietary changes that you need to incorporate to get this right again. I think there is success here for you if you do that.
Mostly it looks like there are some issues that you just have to pay more attention to, or actually really focus on. The sun provides light, but that also says you can now see something, you can focus on something. So I'm thinking that's what's going on, is you need to be in that position to where you can really just focus on it. You don't need to worry about what's going on with all those other aspects of your life that kind of draw your attention there. This may be the time for you, and this may be saying that you just need to find a way to do that, to do the best there, because maybe you haven't really totally applied yourself towards yourself as much in terms of health. We know you have in other things, but now you need to also think about your health, your positive outcomes.
And if it is just a matter of being anemic, this is something that can be easily fixed with the right choices. I am learning so much more about blood than I ever knew. I mean, it is complicated. So there's so many aspects.
To be fair, Divine, that King of Swords could be saying too that really this is something that will take a certain amount of discernment, that it may not be exactly those things, that there may be something into finding out what it is, that maybe it's not as simple as taking more iron, that there may be some other aspects, some absorption issues, things like that. I'm no scientist or doctor. I just used to work with
Well, see, I have an issue right now with one of my counts. Everything seems to be going in the right direction except one number or thing that I'm a little concerned about. And so I'm checking into it, but it has to do with, I think it has to do with folic acid. And the thing is, I'm already taking a supplement that gives me, pretty much a good amount of that. So why am I deficient? Could be liver disease. It could be part of my disease process. I need to find out more about this and how to turn that around. So, and my doctors have not acted like it's an issue yet, but I've been seeing these numbers getting more negative, more bad than positive. So it's something I need to find out about and work on, because I am a little concerned about what the underlying reason for that might be. But it's one of the few numbers that has not been going in the right direction for me right now, so I'm a little concerned. So I get you. And blood is, like I said, it's a complicated thing. There's so many aspects. When I look at my blood test and I see all these different categories that they look at, eosinophils, monocytes, leukocytes, T cells, red blood count, white blood count, platelet count. Oh my gosh, it's very complicated.
So we have that, the coffin as your first card. And then the crossroads.
It's really interesting because those two cards together kind of reflect to me the King of Swords a little bit, reversed. Because the King of Swords can be about, not making decisions, putting off making decisions that you need to make. The crossroads and the coffin together means to me that there has to be an end to indecision here. There has to be a path to move forward now. Or an end to confusion, about which way you need to go. So in other words, clearly, Divine, you need to get to the bottom of the problem, to work with your doctors to find out what's wrong and what the best path is for you to take forward. And then you need to follow up and do the work.
Right. Although this doesn't seem like there's an urgency necessarily,
No.
it may be that there is something underlying here. Sometimes I get that a little bit from the King of Swords too, that there's just a level of something unknown happening there. But I think really it's more about that Three of Coins saying you need to kind of rise to the occasion. You need to be a little bit more than what you have been lately. Because it really is within you, and maybe that's why we have the sun there too, that those are your qualities really to shine the light into areas. You just need to do it for yourself now. This is probably a good time for you to take stock of that and really look into that because you are approaching a crossroads.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Keep us posted.
Yes. Thank you, Divine.
Hey, Yolo, you are up and we've got your question already. So we will go ahead and do that for you.
And then we'll switch to
You want to
Angel.
know why did a person call you and what do they truly want to tell you? So let's see if we can pull something out of that.
Okay.
Do you want me to use, it's my deck, isn't it? Let's use the
Right.
dogs. Oops. Almost lost them. Oh, Angel. Okay, yeah, I have you further down on the list, but we put you back on. So we're doing YOLO now, and then we have Sonu, Red Rose, Lena, and you, Angel.
Did you forget Libra?
When did
Or you
Libra
said it.
come in?
Oh, a while ago.
Oh, Libra, I didn't even see you come in.
I mentioned
You
it.
can write your question, and we'll get to you. I'm sorry about that.
I'll tell you when they came in.
Well, I'm going to be going ahead with Yolo's question now.
Of course. But you just need to know this for context.
I put Libra after Angel. Because I don't know if Sonu has come back anyway, so we'll probably be moving along.
They came after Red Rose. Libra came after Red Rose. Who we haven't gotten up to yet.
Well, Lena's after Red Rose in my list here. So that's all right.
Okay.
And I apologize.
Sure.
Here you go. Okay, so the question is about a call and what the intentions were behind the call, what they really wanted to say. All right. Oh, and look who's here. Oh my. So we have the Six of Cups upright. We have the Chariot upright. We have the Devil upright.
Go ahead.
Me?
Yes, please.
Oh, wow, wow. Well, let's see here. I think, YOLO, do you feel there might have been something deceptive about the call? Were you really not positive about this? Because that Devil card makes me think there could have been some ulterior motives to the call of some sort. Maybe somebody wants to, maybe make you move fast on making some sort of decision or commitment on something. I don't know.
It seems like it's possibly trying to drive you in a direction. Six of Swords, right? Or no, that's Six of Cups.
No,
I'm
that's a
sorry.
Six of Cups.
Sorry
and I'm
about
really
that.
trying to figure it out. So is this from a person from your past, or is this somebody you don't know at all? Let me ask that question. Because I feel like the Six of Cups sometimes has that tie to the past.
And I think that the Trickster card, the Devil card, could also be saying too that they're talking about baser issues, or they have a baser quality about them that maybe is driving them. So in other words, they're interested in materialistic things, whether it's about bodily pleasure or money or anything.
One at the bottom.
Yes, I heard that. And that's the Five of Wands, or the Five of Fire reversed. So that seems to indicate that maybe there's something kind of useless about this. There's something sort of...
Yes, past. I'm sorry, I was just looking at that.
That's fine, okay.
Go ahead.
Well, that Five of Wands says there's something useless about this, like maybe they're trying to engage. What was this one? They're trying to engage, they're trying to move you, but there's trickery elements here. They may be interested in specific things that don't go towards where your spirit goes, towards where your heart goes.
This is really interesting to me. I don't know if you've had any issues with this person in the past, but I feel like that that card you had, a straw from the bottom, the Five of Wands reversed, is telling me that maybe this person is trying to just move you past, to have you look the other way from some transgressions from the past. They're trying to get you to kind of forget about what happened, or maybe some of their past behavior, to kind of look beyond that now and move past that, because they're trying to coerce you to either mend a fence or move beyond it for their own purposes, I feel.
Well, it's possible.
I feel there's ulterior motives
It's
here.
possible, too, that what the Devil implies, the Trickster implies, is that they have a real codependent kind of hang-up, and maybe they're codependent on you. They're relying on you, even if you haven't seen them in a long time. There's something, and maybe the sense of what that relationship was, or that connection was, is what drives them, the Chariot.
Interesting. Let's do the Lenormand, Mr. O, top and bottom. Well, I thought you were gone for good, but here you are again. Here you are again, silly sunny cat.
Top card, pumpkin. Bottom card, candy.
So what's a pumpkin?
2.
Oh my goodness.
What is that?
Well, this is more positive than that. The pumpkin is the clover, and the bouquet is...
Candy is the bouquet.
The candy. And usually those are very good cards. It feels like there's some kind of synchronistic reason they're coming back at this time. And the fact that they are contacting you, I don't know if they're going to give you a gift. I don't know if they're going to try to coerce you with something positive. But I feel that maybe just there's a lesson or there's some reason they've come back now that ultimately will benefit you. You know, whether it's uncovering this deception, whether it's just something, or maybe this is a time to make amends over whatever this was in the past. Maybe that devil card is about, you know, their behavior in the past. What do you think?
Well,
Seeing this now.
I think that they're more drawn to you than vice versa, but it's almost as if they really have some reason, some guias or whatever that is, that reason to do this. So it may be rectifying the scales. I mean, I could kind of see the Five of Wands being a reversal of maybe a more competitive past or more angsty kind of past of some sort. And they're clearly driven, that Chariot there. I feel like maybe they've had their own little epiphany, the idea of luck and gift, and maybe they're feeling like they are rectifying the scales, rebalancing the scales. Maybe the goal is to become your friend again in some manner.
You know what?
Or not.
That's right. I'm thinking about you, and I should be thinking about the caller. And so, with that regard, I almost feel as though they feel you are a very positive, you know, element maybe in their lives that they let either slip away, they want to reconnect, they feel like maybe this is the time to do it. You know, it's really funny to me. Some people who study the Lenormand may not agree with me, but I feel that the clover is similar to the Wheel of Fortune in a way. You know, that there's timing element involved in synchronicity and luck, whether positive or negative, depending on the card surrounding it. And you have a very positive card there in the bouquet with it. But I'm feeling that this is, you're right, this is coming from them. They really want to get back into, you know, your atmosphere again because they feel it's good for them and this is the right time to do it. If that makes sense.
They probably feel they can help you with something or that they're meant to be helping you with something.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't see it that way, Yolo. I wish you luck with that. I wonder how this is going to go. Keep us posted. And hey, Sonu, are you back? We're going to give you a second and let us just say yes if you're here, because otherwise we're going to move on to Red Rose and then Lena, Angel Rivera, and Libra Cusp. Well, keep us posted on developments with this. I'm very curious about this situation. YOLO. We'll definitely stay safe.
Thank you, YOLO.
Thank you, YOLO. You too as well. Okay, I don't think Sonu is here. So let's move on to Red Rose. Red Rose, are you still here? It is your turn. You can go right ahead. And thanks for joining us today. And then we have Lena, Angel Rivera, and Libra Cusp.
And Libra already wrote a question, so we can just do that when we get to it.
All right, we will do that, Libra. Okay. Sonny is very sleepy. Last night I gave them, they were very upset at us for being gone so long during the day. So I gave them a nice healthy dose of the catnip, which made them very happy. Second call for Red Rose. Are you with us?
Red Rose.
Aww. Oh, there you are, Red Rose. Go ahead and we'll take Lena right after.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us and being patient. Okay, what happy changes? I hope they're happy. Your deck?
Uh-huh. Let's go back to the mermaids.
Okay. Aw. You got all that cat hair again. And I got the brush right here. I'm gonna have to brush you. All right. Let's see what's going on between Red Rose and AJ. Oh, it's the Nine of Swords reversed. That's the way you want to get that card. And then there's the Moon upright. Ah. And then we have the Two of Cups upright. Wow, this is really, really interesting, Red Rose. You want to know about happy changes. So I feel the two of you together, are able to conquer, your fears for the future. It seems like you were there to support each other, when each other are down. So if that has not been happening, I think you're going to see more of that you are more supporting each other through situations and just trying to, ease each other's worries, and it may involve romance because the Moon, to me, I'm sorry, well, there's that. I'm getting there. This may involve romance or your connection with each other on a soul level. The Moon is here, which is all about intuition and inner knowing, intuition, guidance from within. The Two of Cups, my goodness. It just seems like I feel your relationship is going to deepen. That's the happy news. It looks as though I feel bonds are going to grow.
My turn?
Yeah.
So to me, that Nine of Swords, maybe I'm just wondering, were there people who were not necessarily happy in your relationship or possibly providing minor or more interference, or maybe people who had a certain sense that they owned either of you and they didn't want you to be in a relationship with each other because they needed either one of you in their lives. In other words, they were co-opting aspects of your relationship, possibly is what I've seen. But I think that the Moon says there was truth in what you really felt for each other, how you have come together. I feel like maybe you are moving towards even a more definitive stage of love or a relationship. And I think that maybe it really was somehow about, moving beyond the public opinion or whatever on you two.
Yeah, there's a resonance there with what he's saying. I also feel, though, that, sometimes the Nine of Swords is about,
They've agreed with me.
Okay, well, that's fine. They agreed with me previous, so...
Well, I think I just thought you wanted that context.
Oh, thank you. But
you're welcome.
The Nine of Swords is often... the Nine of Swords... I just don't know where we're going with that. The Nine of Swords is often about... fears that are ungrounded, so if either of you had fears about the other's level of commitment to one another, I think deep down the Moon is saying, that deep down you both feel it. You both feel you are in each other's hearts and souls, and there is going to be a deepening. I just feel that Two of Cups indicates a perfect union forming here.
And I don't know why, but when I look at that moon and I want to say something more poignant, I say the mystery of your love. Like that maybe there's just something, you don't question it. It's just like a destiny, a fortune.
Mr. O, the romantic Scorpio.
I am.
Nice job.
Why, thank you. Is it my turn or yours?
It would be mine.
Okay.
That's what we switched it
It's
to.
always your turn.
What? That is not true. I remember the candy and the other card in
You
the
remembered
last
my
reading.
candy?
The candy
Where is
and
it?
the pumpkin.
Oh, that candy.
Yes. He's always looking for candy, Gina.
I want candy. Bump, bump, bump.
Here we go. So, the first card I pulled is the tree. And the second card I pulled is the child. Wow. Well, I don't want to say a baby's in your future, but it is possible. But what I would say here is that what this means is, your relationship is going to grow one step at a time, taking it one step at a time. There's a nice, slow growth here because the child is about taking baby steps, as well as possibly the birth of a child. And I mean, with that tree, I can't rule that out. But the other hand is the tree. Also, trees don't just pop out of the ground and they're full grown. They take many years to grow. So I think in time, your relationship has the potential to grow into something really wonderful.
Mountains come out of the sky and they stand there.
He had to bring up a yes song.
Trees may not necessarily. Now, having said that, I do sort of feel like maybe, I don't know if you feel this way, but maybe you are destined to start a family with this person or to be in a family with this person. That may indicate children. Only you can say for sure, but it sort of feels like that way, or that at the very least that this is a person you would want to be starting a family with, or that they feel this way about you. So I think that's very grand, and if that's whatever you want, I wish you luck. It does seem to me like these are good changes. So maybe this is saying the growth is moving towards somewhere, whether it's slow or not so slow.
It's all looking positive, Red Rose. So glad to give you some good news, the happy news you were looking for. So good luck with that.
You're not too late, my sweet.
Oh,
Where
hey,
were
my
you?
sweet. Good to
we
see
were
you.
looking for you. No, we weren't. But we always expect you, of course. And maybe I should just shut up.
No comment from me. Hey,
No.
it's 333, Mr. O.
Not enough candy or too much coffee or both.
It's 333, Mr. O.
And
I don't know. But anyhow, I do know it's Lena's turn now.
Lena's turn.
After Lena is Angel Rivera, Libra husband, my sweet Christina.
So thanks, Red Rose. I hope that helped. I hope it was everything you needed to hear.
Hey, good luck. Keep us posted. Do come back sometime. All right. So we've got Lena, and did Lena ask for general before?
General.
Yes. We'll do the general reading for you right now. Your deck.
Wasn't it just mine?
Oh yes, it was.
I
You're
could do
right.
another deck again.
And I was going to use...
You're welcome.
I guess I'll use this one again. This nice Dancing in the Dark.
All right, general reading for Lena. And you are welcome, Red Rose. Best wishes to you.
More than welcome.
AJ is my first and middle initial.
Ooh, he's giving it away. I know, I saw that and was thinking that, Mr. O. Here you go. Gina says, you are the candy man.
And I can, because I mix it with love and make the world go round.
Oh, boy.
Syrupy sweet.
let the cooing begin. He likes being brushed. All right, let's see what we have here. Wow, 2 different messages here. So, the first one is the 6 of Swords, and that is upright. We have the Magician, and that is reversed. And then we have the 4 of Cups, upright.
Oh my goodness, what a mixed message here.
It is interesting because, you know, that Magician is between the 2.
Yes.
So what do you have to say? You go first.
Well, it seems to me like maybe somebody is really floundering on the idea that they know they need to move towards some other decision or some other reality, yet at the same time they really wish they had more time to think about it, or that they really want to contemplate it, or that somehow their sense of resources, the amount of will or whatever energies they can apply to it, really are scattering the decision to wait until a better time or to make this move now or sooner.
Yeah, this is really interesting to me, Lena. I don't know if there's some major life move that you want to make. And it's interesting because this is kind of the way I would say it is, it's like that song, the line in that song, another song, should I stay or should I go? You know, it's kind of like you almost feel like there's a move you need to make in your life, but you need more time. You feel like you need more time to think about this more. But the problem is that 4 of Cups is indicating that, look, there's an opportunity for growth, or there's an opportunity to make a change now. And, you know, you might be putting it off to your detriment. But again, you know, you have to be ready and prepared. And the Magician reversed is indicating to me that you don't feel like you're ready for this major move yet.
That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
I think that the Magician is still the key card because it is representing the idea that you're not prepared or you don't feel confident enough. It could be that maybe you are more prepared, but there's something lacking or problematic, we'll say, in your will. Maybe it's a sense of how you see things or how you really believe things. So some of this, you have to change your confidence level if this is really about a crossroads for you or some major decision, as Banshee said.
So I feel like, you know, whether I know this was a general question, but I think that, you know, whether this is relating to love or some other aspects of your life, there is opportunities for movement and change here, but you yourself, you know, have to be ready for them. And it feels like with that Magician card that you're just not quite ready yet for a major shift in your life. I think, you know, opportunity is trying to knock, but it is up to you to prepare yourself more for, you know, what's ahead.
Well, it may be that there's a dual opportunity. There's an opportunity in 2 different directions. I don't necessarily know that they are about what's going on with the marriage and the separation, but there are 2 opportunities, and one maybe just moves you away from some of the pain, perhaps, but it may not be exactly the direction you want. I just sort of feel that a little bit. It's not a bad direction.
And such a good point you just made, because really that 6 of Swords is saying you really want to move away to happier times, you know, whatever that is. Whether that is a reconciliation or whether that is something new, you want to do that, but you are ill prepared for it right now. And the 4 of Cups is saying there's an opportunity for growth. And I really feel the 4 of Cups is saying there's an opportunity for happiness for you if you move on. I almost feel that's what it's saying.
Yeah, I sort of feel that too without it being very explicit.
Yeah.
The idea really is that the decision you make, if it's the right one, you know, will bring you happiness.
Yeah.
So we're going to do our Lenormand now.
Adds to this. Wow, that's coming up a lot for you.
I know.
But what do you have?
Candy and rats.
Ooh.
And the mice, the rats are the mice. The mice represent smaller issues that sort of take away from things, that distract or create a feeling of neediness that is not necessarily helpful or realistic to the overall proportion of your problems. They may seem like problems, but they may be smaller problems. But it could be the idea that it's attached to a gift right? The bouquet.
It's a gift, it's happiness, it's joy.
So it may be that really this sort of is, I think, talking about the idea that you're having a hard time letting go of some of these issues that maybe are preventing you from moving towards happiness. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to decide necessarily to move on, but maybe there are issues there that have to still come out in order for the whole thing to be appreciated as it needs to be.
Right, there is something causing stress or something that is robbing you of your happiness. And so you need to figure out what that is, because I almost think that's tying into the magician reversed here. You know, you need to find out what it is that is robbing you of your happiness or your ability to seek out happiness now and return that to your life. There's stress and there's tension and there's just a feeling of depression right now. So I hope for the best for you. I feel it's out there because when I see that Four of Cups, sometimes that's a card of, well, I got to step back and reassess things. But also what the Four of Cups is saying is, here, you know, there's something here for you if only you will take it.
Validate yourself.
Yeah.
And to me, it's funny she mentioned the Four of Cups at the end, because I was just going to say I feel the gift, the candy, is tied into that the idea that the gift is the gift you give to yourself by making, you know, a positive change for yourself.
Oh, Lena, I am so sorry to hear that. My apologies.
We're very sorry
you
about
know,
that.
I really truly see this as something is weighing very heavy on you. And so that's the mice card for sure. It's also the fact of that Six of Swords. You really want, I mean, you know, there's nothing that is ever going to replace your son, clearly. But it is time, you know, you really need that healing. You need to find that healing shore now. You need to move away from sorrow to happier moments. They will come again, you know, and that does not take away from the fact of the losses that you have suffered, you know, in your life, you know, your separation and your son. Those were very heavy hits for you. And it's no wonder you have the Magician reversed right now. It's hard to recover from things like that. But know that happiness is out there again for you. I really feel it.
And even if you have to give that gift to yourself, if you have to give yourself the candy, you have to give yourself what you need to heal yourself and to move on.
Yeah. So blessings to you, and I wish for better times ahead, Lena. Hang in there.
Thank you so much for this opportunity to read for you.
Hey, Angel Rivera, you are up. And after Angel Rivera's Libra Cusp and my sweet Christina.
Good luck, Lena. Who's up?
Angel Rivera. You're very welcome. Anytime, Lena.
Just reminding everybody that we'll be back on Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. And we do believe that we're going to put the happy hour on Friday towards the late afternoon, evening. So like 5 or 6 p.m.
Or 4.
Maybe 4.
I kind of want to do it at a different time than our regular night live stream.
Mm-hmm.
But 5 would be good too. I'm not against that.
Well, you'll hear it from us first.
We can talk, Mr. O. Call me. No, just kidding. All right. Angel Rivera's question is up.
Oh dear.
Oh no, Angel. Your deck, I think.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and use my Dame Fortune Wheel Tarot.
Yeah, I guess it's been a time for you, huh? Your cards have been reflecting that.
Just a lot of problematic issues with people and or protocols is what it seems like. The I want.
Okay.
I need a cough drop. I have a little tickle.
It's interesting how much in this deck the candy card has been coming up today, which is about gifts, hope, and joy. People
candy.
need more. Clearly,
Candy.
people need more.
Candy.
Candy? More candy?
People need more candy.
Maybe it's because Mr. O keeps focusing on candy.
Banshee, you say that like it's a bad thing.
Hi, I've got to get back down to brass tacks here with my diet and my exercise. Good grief. Okay.
Dear me.
Oh no! Good grief.
Okay, you have the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles,
Upright.
upright. You have the Six of Cups upright. And you have the Five of Cups upright.
Well, yeah, I think you're looking at a lot of this stuff that's been going on, and not focusing on, some of the positive that's come out of maybe some of this. I feel like things are changing. I feel that King of Cups or that King of Pentacles upright kind of indicates to me that, things are going to get back into control. It seems as though maybe you just have to kind of slow it down a bit. Slow things down a little bit.
I think there's like the King of Coins is representing some sort of functional control, like things are just operating smoothly,
But at a slower pace.
Perhaps.
I think. Go ahead.
With the Six of Cups and then the Five of Cups, I'm wondering if there's some things that are being forgotten maybe from the recent or not so recent past, or that are passing away from a sense of influence, yet those things may have a key to understanding something. Now, I don't think these are like crucial factors. They just may be more nuanced factors to understanding how certain people played their parts or how certain decisions might have been made. And I think the root is coming from the past, but it does bring this sense of, well, if only we had done it a little differently, if only we had tried this instead. So there's a sense of regret,
right,
perhaps.
The woulda, coulda, shouldas of the Five of Cups.
But at the same time, I think that King of Coins just says it's really like clear the decks for action. No, it's like you're informed by that, and maybe you're just sort of saying, let's work at a consistent level where we can monitor better, where we can appreciate things not happening too quickly or out of control.
So the six, yes, I like what he said here, because yes, this could be about these events that have been transpiring, and you realize there's been some real setbacks here and some disappointments, but what can we take from all of that? Let's take what we can from all of that and move on, because there is something remaining. There are takeaways here that you can build upon. So
Yes.
I think the matter now is to build more positively towards the future.
Yes, Angel. This is Paul Huson's Dame Fortune Wheel Tarot. It is more or less patterned after the Marseille. He's a great philosopher about the tarot. So I like what he did. The colors just really pop for me. And he has the extra card, the Significator, which has all the astrology signs of the zodiac in there too. So I think that's kind of cool.
All right, so let me get a Lenormand on this.
Yeah, the king will obviously bring stability, but I think that the other cards informing it sort of say, not so fast, let's just regulate, and regulation should have a sense of a rhythm, so maybe that's what happened, is that some of the considerations that were being made didn't really fully project to where consequences could have went.
Wow.
More
right.
gifts, more candy?
Well, no candy here.
No candy here.
We have the cross.
Yeah, they are.
It's funny you're just saying what you're saying here, because look what I pulled, top and bottom of the deck. We have the cross, and then we have the fox. And the fox is about the workplace and your coworkers. And what it's indicating to me is your coworkers have been giving you a lot of grief.
Oh, wow.
A lot of stress and a lot of worry. So, I'm not going to say that's continuing, but I think that's where a lot of this has been coming from in your life, and it's certainly reflected right there in the Lenormand. So what can you take away from all this, and how can you move forward? There's some cups left standing there in that 5 of Cups, doggone it. So I'm sure there's some way to move forward, and especially with the King of Pentacles there, I have a feeling people will finally start getting with the program, but, it's not going to be easy.
I can't really add too much more to that. I think she's totally spot on with that. And I think that to throw it back towards that, it's really saying that as we consider, and this is really a card of consideration in a way, what this is, we figure out how to advance better without necessarily overplaying our hand.
The other thing about the fox is it can be just similar to the 7 of Swords, I think it is, in that in it's about cleverness, being sly. So, you know what? To manage some of the stress and this grief that you're getting from people, you're just going to have to be more clever about it. You're going to have to find clever ways to work around it. So that's the best advice I have for you at this point, Angel.
So good luck.
Good luck with that.
And thank you for the reading.
Libra cusp, hey Libra. It's your turn, and then my sweet Christina.
Aha, okay. I see.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know best where this applies. And yeah, the fox could be about a business, so it could be about a bank.
Okay, so Libra mostly wants to know what's coming towards them. They wrote their question earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it could be that that's you then, that you have to be the fox.
And there you go. All right. So your deck, I think,
I just used my deck.
You did. Yep, you did. All right, I'm going to use...
Good luck.
I'm going to use the doggos again.
What's coming towards Libra?
Gosh, an accident, eh? That's terrible. Almost got killed. Boy. The roads are a mess out there lately. We have just a whole lot of road rage incidents going on in our state lately. Really ugly ones.
Really ugly ones, and people are dying.
And we've had just crazy kind of, what do you want to call them? People doing, crazy drag races on the road and donuts on main streets. Actually, police had to use a helicopter to find some of this and track some of these drag racers down because it's been really crazy lately.
Detroit Motor City.
Yeah. I just don't understand what is going on with people lately. Oh, yeah, oh boy. Well, I'm sure it's quite the story. So this is what's coming towards Libra? Okay. Let's see what's out there. Well, we start with the Six of Sky. The Six of Swords upright has come up again. We also have the Sky Guardian reversed, which is the Knight of Swords reversed. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Oh, I'm sorry.
Eight of Wands.
It is the Eight of Wands upright.
Mm-hmm. Something's happening fast coming towards you, perhaps. It may represent the idea that you're dissatisfied with something, or you're moving to another status of some sort. You may be leaving something behind. The Knight seems to suggest to not necessarily make this decision really quickly, although you may feel there's an impetus to do it quickly, an energy that is sort of saying like special opportunity, take it now. But that Knight is a caution to me to say to read the fine print or to consider what is really at stake. You may not want to make a move real quickly in this matter, and I can't exactly see what it is about. It is a course change of some sort. I don't know that it's affected to your job or situation.
Yeah, I think that key card is that center card. Again, it's that Knight of Swords reversed. There's a coming or going of a decision you have to make. And, it seems like it's coming quickly. Like he said, that Eight of Wands is indicating movement. Somebody is trying to make you, or something is causing you to consider making a move, whether this is a physical move, to a different property or a job or a life change of some sort. Something is trying to get you to move. And I do think that you have to be careful and weigh things carefully what you're going to do. Is this in your best interest? Always, always don't move without considering if it's in your best interests or not. Because really, it's your life, not somebody else's. You have to decide what's right for you.
There's a strong caution about being impulsive in this matter, and I think it's because of the way whatever these circumstances represent themselves. They literally may almost make you feel like you do have to decide now. Hopefully that's not really true, so try not to take the bait, as it were, and think that you don't have to make a decision right away.
Yeah, yours.
So now we'll do that Lenormand.
Yeah, we'll check the Lenormand on this too. And yeah, Angel, I like to drive too, or like to be out on drives, but I don't know. Now I'm just kind of watching our backs all the time because you just don't know what's going on out there anymore. I could not believe that one, I don't know, I think it made national news, where some guy just nonchalantly shoots a projectile at someone's car that blew out his back of his car. And it looked like I don't even know if it was a road rage involved. It looked like this guy just did it to do it. Really horrible people out there.
Okay, so we have two cards. We have the Ghost Ship, which is the ship. And we have Sir Pumpkinhead, which is the man or the person.
So could this be involved in a relationship of some sort?
I wonder. It makes me feel
too,
like it's a relationship.
Or it could be a boss or somebody wanting you to do something that you don't maybe, you're maybe not ready for. You really got to think about it. It could be better for you, but you really have to give it some thought and not move too quickly. That Ghost Ship says this is coming again. It's once again
a decision or a movement.
There's movement. So I think the Ghost Ship, to me, Mr. O, goes with that Eight of Wands somehow.
I think it goes with both of them.
It could.
They're both about movement.
Mm-hmm. And there's somebody else involved in this in some way, Libra. So it could be in your personal relationships or in, somebody that you're dealing with in your everyday life.
Well, maybe this card informs the first card, so maybe the idea of a change or a movement is presented by somebody you know. Maybe it's a person you're involved with. Maybe it's just somebody that's in your background. So it may be something you have to consider because it's coming from a source you know. But once again, really weigh the facts. Don't make an impulsive decision.
Yeah, that's all. So good luck with that, whatever this may be.
Let us know.
Yep. All right. Hey, my sweet Christina, you are up, and we close the show with you today.
All right. Hi, my sweet Christina. How are you?
Hope you're doing well. And it'll be your deck and my Lenormand, Mr. O.
That sounds like a good
So I'll
plan.
take this one back since you are done.
Okay, so, but my deck, right?
Correct.
So we'll move to the Karma Tarot.
The Karma Tarot, that big deck again? Okay, I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to keep up with rotating them equally.
No. The princess put something on the plants in my vegetable garden to kill them. Oh, no.
Straight up yes or no?
I think so.
Yeah.
That one definitely we got to do. What's that? We got the Five of Cups he just dropped out there, which shows you're very disappointed about losing something. And then, did you lose all of your plants in your vegetable garden or just some of them?
It could also be that you're disillusioned about Princess for doing that.
Could very well be. But let's check out further. Let's do that yes, no.
And also that it really bothers you emotionally more than maybe you realize or than you're acknowledging to some degree. So those who watch our daily cards of the day, we do a regular card of the day and then we do some, fancy cards of the day. I have recently moved my Thoughts from Thoth Tarot and my Mystic Navigator to a semi-live reading of the card where I will actually read the card live, so there'll be a little bit of video, my voice reading the card, etc. So those are usually posted directly on Twitter and our TFT Facebook page.
All right. Let's see what we've got here.
I'm counting them. It's leaning towards yes. You have two aces. And then you have the World, which is upright.
So it's not a definite yes,
Not a
but
definite
that
yes.
World indicates to me that Princess did indeed do this. They really felt they were gaining something by doing this.
That's not the words I would use. I was going to say there's a plan.
Oh.
This is a plan. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know if they even know what the plan is, but to me that World represents a sense of an order or a plan. And so I'm combining that with the idea of your question saying that if it is most likely Princess who did this. Somebody probably did it, but it's most likely Princess who did this, and that this is some part of an agenda or a plan.
So yeah, and also the world sometimes indicates a successful conclusion. And so what that means to me is that they were trying to, in this case,
Their goal.
Their goal was to try to undermine your ability to have your plants sprout up and grow.
Let's do
Let's
another
do it
one.
and see what else is here. Ah,
Some people.
well, like I said, it wasn't a definite yes, but I, wonder about that. Let's see how the Lenormand responds here. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but gee, why are people so petty? I mean, oh, for crying out loud. All right.
The bear. The stars.
You know, I feel like some people derive. I'm going to read this two ways, actually, my sweet Christina, because I think there might be a message for you in this too. But some people derive great pleasure and get power over, doing things like this. And that might be what the bear and the star are saying here together as far as Princess goes. But as a message to you, I feel like, you know what? Rise above this. Rise above this and show that you are the bigger person here. You are the better person here, because you are. I think this is really clearly saying that to me.
I agree with that. I don't see this being the message so much confirming anything about Princess or that idea. I think it is about you, and I think the bear is you being strengthened by this because it is a sense of a destiny or a fate that this happened to, in order you to understand it differently in a way that evolves you, perhaps. Maybe you always knew this about Princess, but now you really know it, or now you can really feel this.
Yeah, confirm just your feelings. So there is that part of it, but you are stronger than this, and I feel that. So, gosh, sorry to hear that. That's so disappointing. But good
you will
luck with
conquer.
that.
The bear says you will conquer.
Yeah, you're better than that, and good for you. That's what we have for everybody today. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. I hope you have better than weather than we have out here. It's just been drab and rainy, not real heavy rain though, thank goodness for that. But rainy all day and kind of off and on rain for the next 5 days.
So like I said, we'll be on later in the week. Our happy hour will also be on later in the week. Catch our cards of the day and our other content, and we will see you soon.
Yeah, so take care, everybody. Stay safe and have a good rest of your Sunday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.